is this place? Maybe the Amazon. Or possibly somewhere in Southeast Asia. But actually, it's right here, in the United States, near Columbia, South Carolina. A pocket of mixed mesophytic forest, the second most diverse forest ecosystem in the southeastern United States, right in the middle of a neighborhood. The rolling hills of this area serve to shelter the park from the unrelenting summer heat and unusually cold periods in the winter. Many of the species in this forest are in their extreme southern or eastern range, and there can be over 50 species of plants per quarter acre, like this southern lady fern, or Solomon seal, or even freshwater crayfish. For most of us, however, the closest thing to natural setting is a relatively limited group of foreign, mostly Asiatic species that populate most suburban landscapes. French hydrangea, Indian azaleas, and Japanese honeysuckle are some ostentatious ones, with English ivy, centipede grass, and boxwoods in the background. As a student here at USC, I have spent an entire semester studying a 10-meter square plot in the neighborhood I grew up in. I chose this place with a fuzzy memory of time spent here as a child. Little did I know that it represented such a diverse array of life. In my plot alone, there are at least 16 different species of plants, including 5 tree species, native bamboo, a ground orchid, and wild blueberries. Fortunately, the only foreign invasive species in my plot is Japanese honeysuckle, but it already counts for 50% of the plant species in the leaf litter. The largest, most majestic species in the plot has to be the towering white oak, its diameter nearly 3 feet. Its large, buttressed base harbors several juvenile and minute species, including a water oak sapling, poison ivy, and resurrection fern. This small fern is epiphytic. That is, it grows on trees but does not take nutrients from them. It is especially abundant here on my plot and can be found even high up in the canopy due to the humidity supplied from the small stream over which the trees lean. I cannot wait to taste the fruit of the Elliott's blueberry growing near the back of my plot. I have watched as its delicate white blooms emerged and were fed on by many species of bumblebee and fly. Turning back to the front of my plot, it is impossible to miss the graceful waving stand of switch cane, a native species of bamboo. It is a dominant understory plant here but does not completely shade the leaf litter. Here you can see its rhizomes protruding from the dirt on the bank of the stream. Near the edge of this steep bank is a small colony of Tipularia discolor, or cranefly orchid. Most people have no idea that there are orchids growing in temperate North America, as the only orchid that most of us see are the showy Phalaenopsis from Southeast Asia. This little species has but one leaf per plant that gathers energy all winter on the forest floor while the canopy is gone. In late summer or fall, it will bloom at night on tall, ghostly stalks. For those who crave a floral display, I stepped just outside my plot a few feet to find a native azalea. The Piedmont or Florida pinkster azalea is just one of many native azalea species of the eastern United States. It is deciduous, which allows it to weather the extremes of our climate much better than the Asian evergreens in the garden. It also, in my opinion, makes for a much more impressive show in the spring when the flowers emerge just before the leaves. Plants are not the only inhabitants here, though, as I have seen birds of prey like turkey vultures, hawks, and large owls. As a result, the gray squirrel so often observed in managed landscapes is curiously absent here most of the time, despite the abundance of hickory nuts. Deer also find this place a refuge. I have come here 3 days a week for nearly 4 months, and I have found something new every time. I know that if everyone, just every so often, ventured past the confines of the backyard, they would find something impressive, exotic, or beautiful, and begin to think about the organisms we share our neighborhoods with.